Is BNB Binance coin going to go over $1,000 in 2022? Today, I'm going to show you the technical case why it's highly probable. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jagir. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro, featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I only used to focus on currencies, but now exclusive on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. So we did a video on Binance coin back on, it was April 24th, and it says, what is happening with Binance coin, the #1 tool to read crypto based on fear and greed. And we're talking about Elliott Wave and Fibonacci. And what we said in the video on the 28th of April, if I just pull this up like so, is that we're coming towards what looks like to be an end of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we should anticipate this final leg down into this zone over here before we complete a major A, B, C correction. Why is that significant and important? Why we're going to pay attention to this? Because at the end of an ABC correction, normally, more often than not, probabilities, never certainties, what occurs is a continuation of the former trend. Yes, that means all-time new highs. That's what's looking likely for BNB. But now let's just dive into a live chart to see what's happened over here. So let's have a look. We are now in a live chart over here with BNB, and look at this. This is where we did the last video over here, and we were anticipating this to the downside, and look how it's occurred. So we've got this final movement where we're anticipating a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just go back again. This is what we were anticipating, this blue arrow, and we have got that final part. So now we want to be paying special attention to the end of a potential major correction with BNB. So let's just cut to the chase and going, okay, if this is the end of a major correction. So again, to make it really clear for you, I'm just going to draw it like so. This is what we're talking about, an end coming towards the end of a major correction. We got pattern, we got price, we've also got momentum, which I'm going to show you in a second. If this is the case, where is the likely next price targets? Now, if you're not used to Fibonacci and Elliott Wave and reading the markets, there's a particular relationship that the waves have with each other. And the next expansion of the market is normally 1.618 of the previous cycle. Well, what does that mean in English? All right, I'm going to show you. I've done this one earlier for you so you can see the price projections. We'll get straight to the point, and we go right. We're going to go into more detail here because I don't believe it's completed yet, but it's close to completing. Is 1.618 is a $1,300 BNB. That's like a 4x, 5x. And on an overextension, 2.618 is a $2,000, just under $2,000 BNB that we're projecting in advance. So now let's just look at a couple of things that we can really confirm that this is highly probable. First, I'm going to jump into a weekly chart. Top left-hand corner, that's where I keep my weekly. We're using TradingView as the software. This is a stochastics RSI. When the momentum is something called oversold, below this black line is oversold, which means the downside should be limited, and we should be anticipating potentially a major low, right? So if it reverses, and when it reverses, then we're probably going to see sideways to up for quite a few weeks. Now, then we look at, does that match up and marry up with the pattern? Well, we go, yes, we've spoken about that already. We've said it looks like a nice clean A, B, C, right? And wave C's typically unfold into a 5-wave sequence. And we can see that again, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 5. And we're in that zone that we projected back on April 24th. Remember that? So if you want to learn how to do this, because I'm covering it quite fast today, I've actually got a Fibonacci and Elliott Wave Masterclass. If you link in the description below, it will take you to this page, and you'll get video on demand, instant access, and I cover how to read the markets in 5s and 3s, and how to read the psychological mood. Are we in a correction or an impulsive trend? If we're in a correction, what is likely? What are the key Fibonacci ratios coming towards the end of a correction, and what's likely to occur next? And that's what we're talking about today. So take the free Elliott Wave Fibonacci Masterclass. You'll thank me for it later because we just cover the real core important stuff that you need to know when we're talking about this market analysis. So now let's just clean this up, and we're going to finish up on, let's just break it down on, let's just get a bit more detailed. Let's just get rid of these arrows. All right, we're going to zoom in over here. Now, what will be a major confirmation that we've got this low confirmed? Well, is the price trading above this last swing high, right? This last swing high. But the trouble is that's quite far away from the market today. It's like $450. And today, that's like a 2x. Can we find a better entry point that's highly probable and use that as guidance with what's happening over here? Now, this is the trick. What most people don't realize is that there's waves within the waves. So within this wave C that we're looking at over here, there's this 5-wave sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But is there any pattern within this 5-wave sequence in itself? And the answer is yes, because typically this final stage of the market also tends to break down into 5 waves. So now let's just look at what is the current pattern position of this part of the market. I'm just going to zoom it in. Do you see a pattern? Right, let's just we'll keep this pink box. I'm going to narrow it down over here now because it's more likely to be down here. What do you see? Well, I see some type of wave 1, a wave 2. It looks like a nice impulsive wave 3. It looks like we're forming some type of wave 4 and potentially going to have one more leg to the downside. I'm going to just draw it over here for a second. I'm going to pull this one down. This is a micro wave count. So we're going to change it to a micro. And then we know we are coming towards an end. Now, this is not confirmed, but if the price goes below this point over here, we know we are very likely coming towards an end of a wave 5 over 5 over C. Go, what you get getting way too detailed now. I go, I know, take the masterclass. I cover the microwave counts, the waves within the waves. I actually have a detailed course as well. We've got a massive discount for the course. We do weekend workshops. You'll get an invite to my private Telegram as well, where we cover some of this stuff in a bit more depth. So I want to just finish on macro picture. You go, macro picture. What does that mean? It just means now let's just take a big view picture of Binance coin, right? We know it's performed really, really well, where the whole market's going for a big correction. But what does this whole sequence look like? If you can understand this, you'll just be on a whole different level and 2 steps ahead of the market rather than most people being 2 steps behind. We've got a big movement to the upside. 5-wave sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? Well, it's a trend, and we can call that a wave 1. Yeah, really clear, wave 1. 5-wave sequence of a wave 1. Then we've got textbook. It doesn't get much better than this. We got a textbook A, B, C, and it looks like we're coming towards this end of this wave C. What is that? Well, it's a wave 2. Looks like a wave 2 to me. I'm going to put a question mark on the wave 2 so we can remove the other question mark here. So no, it hasn't been confirmed yet. So what should we anticipate next? Well, we said it already, but let's just confirm. What we are anticipating next, and this is what we actually said in that video on April 24th. What we said in this video was, we got it over here. If I can pull it up. I think I got it over here. Somewhere here, we've got it. There we go. I'm just going to find the point. Because these patterns reflect themselves time and time again. And this is what I was saying in the video on April 24th. Is that will more than likely at the end of a wave C, if it unfolds like this, and it seems like it's unfolding like this, we'll get a continuation of the former trend, which is what this blue arrow is, and that's what we're saying here. A continuation of the former trend going above $1,000. Now, there'll be obviously ups and downs in between if this occurs this way, but this also supports the bullish case that we're going to see a massive bull trend in the second half of 2022. Where we're in Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything is showing these corrective ABC patterns, and we've been in a massive correction since almost a year. It's been a year-long correction for BNB. May of last year has literally been a sideways textbook ABC zigzag, and it's just coming towards, it's just perfect, almost perfect. And so let's just finalize on what would be a good entry strategy. If you're looking to, if you're already holding, I go, okay, you kind of got my opinion on this. It is an opinion based on facts, based on the market. If we do get this final leg down, then a break above a new high. If I just change this to green, would be a good potential entry point with a stop loss down a swing low And then we know the upside potential is from around, maybe $300 all the way up to $1,300 and beyond. So take the Alleyway Fibonacci Masterclass because it breaks down what we just covered the advanced stuff on, but it covers the foundation. And having that foundation will seriously put you on a different level. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let's finish on a quote of the day. I got my nephew sitting beside me on the left. His name's Dylan. I'm going to get him to choose a number between 1 and 8. Dylan, number between 1 and 8. Shout it out clearly. Any number? 5? 7? Go for 6. We're going to go for 5. We're going to go for 5. All right. Chapter 5, we are going to go for... All right. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci. You can see his pretty face over here. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. His pretty face. You're famous now, boy. You're famous. All right. Leonardo da Vinci. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So we want something mechanical, objective, and easy and non-emotional. So what we're looking at is pattern, ideally on multiple degrees, at least 2 degrees. So wave 5 over wave C, or wave C over wave 2, that's 2 degrees. We want momentum, we saw the weekly, and on the next daily bullish reversal, if that coincides, and then we want Fibonacci price. Very powerful on reading the relationships from one wave to the next. If all coincide, we have something called confluence of events, and then we can be confident that the probability is in our favor. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you very soon.